Back to the bottle bill. So we went through the amendments a while ago. Some outstanding issues are the waterfall numbers. When joint fiscal walks in the room, we can talk through those. But we wanted to continue the waterfall mechanism into the forever instead of the in 2020, whatever.
Okay, so no more is
So the waterfall should stop going to the PRO and go to the
understood.
waste management at that point, but it should still be a waterfall mechanism, not a 50-50. And we have numbers for the waterfall that will enter from Dan in a minute. And then we have,
We'd be saying Waste Management, isn't that a private company called Waste Management?
the waste management districts. Thank you. The solid waste management districts. I didn't know there was a company called Waste Management. No. And Kurt, to you for a clarifying question about something somewhere.
Yes,
Or Michael.
right. One of which Councilor O'Grady and I have discussed before, having to do with the handling fee, but the other one on page 6 of the underlying bill of the of 6.1, draft 6.1, page 6. Line 3, I'm not sure what may not refuse means. Is it may not refuse or may not refuse? In other words, not refuse means accept. So can they accept it or not?
We thought maybe must would work.
Pardon me?
We thought maybe must would be a word that could go in there.
We don't like
There's no must.
must. If you,
Shall.
The question is, what's the understood policy? Can they refuse it or not refuse it?
they cannot refuse.
Okay, so then, in that case, just making may shall not refuse.
It's an unusual construction, like in English.
Or shall accept,
I'm not arguing.
You didn't like not?
maybe even shall accept.
Michael, can you speak to what's going on there?
It's the provision that if you are a manufacturer subject to the bill, that you have a responsibility of requirement to pick up from the retailer those redeemed containers, and you cannot refuse to do that.
And it's clear to you that that's clear there.
I do think the may adds the conditional aspect to it. If I were to change it, I would change it to shall.
Okay, thank you. And then there was,
The other one was the handling fee that
okay,
I think, well, that's, bottom of page 4, bottom of page 4 is where it talks about that 3.5 cents and the 5 cents. And I just would like to have that identified as a handling fee, or where the only reference to it, which is on page 22, I believe, either that or change in that reference, point to this so that it's more explicit exactly what the handling fee is.
do you have thoughts?
This language has been this way for 45 years and everybody calls it the handling fee.
Okay,
Let me back up. There's a lot of slang used with this. the bottle bill is not called the bottle bill officially. It's a beverage container redemption system. The handling fee is not referenced. The term handling fee is not referenced in statute at all. But people call it the bottle bill and people call this fee the handling fee. And that's what A&R calls it. If you want to make the change, I don't think it hurts anything. I don't know if it's necessary.
And then there was a paragraph with, you two had a paragraph, right, somewhere?
It was,
You two had a
It was
paragraph.
me, yeah.
Paragraph. Thank you.
Michael, I'm in the draft 1.2 series of comments, and it's on page 3 of 9. Right above Representative Taylor's sixth comment, number 3, it starts, reimbursement of the agency costs under this subsection shall be subject to state budgeting, and the producer responsibility organization shall not be required to reimburse any agency cost unless that cost is approved as part of the agency budget. There's no mystery there, right? It's just, for some reason, it has to be part of the budget, otherwise it is unreimbursable.
That's correct. And
Okay.
this was proposed by the agency themselves.
Okay,
So they're basically saying if
I read it 2 or 3 times and I thought it was an awful long sentence.
they don't include it in their budget,
Yeah,
the governor
okay.
the governor doesn't include it in their budget, and you don't approve it in their budget, it's not reimbursable.
That's what it means, and I'm okay. Thanks.
Okay, great. So that brings us back to the numbers for the waterfall, right? Is there anything else other than that? Anyone? Okay. So speaking with Dan, who is sitting over there, and looking at the fiscal note, sounds like 2 million would be am I getting that? Am I looking at my numbers right from 5 minutes ago? 3 million. 3 million would be great, until the bottles expand. And then after the expansion, 3 million and then the waterfall. Sorry, 4. 3 and then 4. But there's power back on at my house, which is very exciting. It's not living by candlelight anymore, so. Got distracted by my phone.
Okay, so what that's gonna do, it's gonna add another section to the bill.
Okay.
Because, and it'll go into effect. Well, actually, yeah, it'll add another section because in 2025, you're gonna have, or 2026, you're gonna have 3 million going into the Clean Water Fund and the excess going to the PRO. In 27, there's the expansion. You're gonna have 4 million going to the Clean Water Fund and the excess going to the PRO. Then in 2031, you're gonna have 4 million going to the Clean Water Fund and the excess going to the Solid Waste Management Assistance account.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Anything else?
No, we are very grateful for your work on this. Edited version tomorrow.
Yep.
Tomorrow.
And when, oh, you meet in the morning, right, on this?
Talking about this tomorrow. We're talking about it at 9 a.m.
Okay, all right, great,
Thank you, Michael.
thanks.
And we are done for the day.
Awesome.
Cool. Great. I didn't lose any.
Ice cream round too.